is Oana, and I'm from Romania. And today I'm going to talk to you about if you're happy with the way you look. And I'm going to start with a story. Let's call her Anna, a 17-year-old girl. She has been overweight since she was a little girl. When she was in school, her classmates used to bully her all the time. They would call for her fat Anna a pig or a monster. She didn't do anything about that. She suffered in silence, and this started to destroy her slowly from inside. Never a day passed that she didn't cry. But one day, she made a decision to change something in her life, and she started starving herself. Well, that didn't work. She took pills to lose weight, the same result. She just couldn't look like the other girls in her school, or the one from fashion magazines. But she found a solution. She killed herself. The reason? The most stupid thing on earth, the way she looked. All the pain she went through made her weak, with low self-esteem and extremely sensitive. So I'm going to ask you something. Are you happy with the way you look? We all judge people around us, even if we don't say it out loud all the time. Sometimes our words can affect others so much that they can change their entire lives, or even end it, just like Anna's. We judge their actions, the way they choose to live their lives, their beliefs, the way they dress, and mostly, the way they look. And this last issue I intend to talk about. And discussing this problem, we need to understand why and how the looks have become so important, how society sees overweight and underweight people, the need to make a change in the form of a plastic surgery, and why people need to be more open-minded. To begin with, why is appearance so important? From an early age, we are taught that a girl should be beautiful, to look like a doll in a pretty dress, while boys are allowed to get dirty, to have bruises all over their bodies, to not take care of themselves as much as girls do. We admire our mothers, and we start copying them by taking their high heels, their favorite necklace, or trying on their nicest lipstick, and fooling around the house. We grow up and we become teenagers, and thus we understand that girls need to do their hair, wear uncomfortable clothes, makeup, and perfume in order to become more attractive. In short, we need to make efforts to look this way only because natural beauty is not enough. Turning now to boys, but there's not much to say. They need to be strong. Their good looks equal muscles. Sadly, some boys take it to the extreme, turning into some mini hogs, only the green is missing. Some of us say looks don't matter. If it doesn't, why are we so worried about how we look every day? When you meet a person, which one do you choose? The most attractive one, of course. We are attracted by what we see, and we can see their personality to say that we choose by this criteria. So this is why it's so important. It is important for those who are overweight, because they feel like they don't belong to this world, because they feel like they are a different kind of human beings. Regarding this problem, Professor Glenn Gizer, the author of Big Fat Lies and director at the Healthy Lifestyle Research Center at Arizona State University, says, "We all have had an obsession with thinness and an obsession with weight and how to lose it. I think all forces in our culture all have been predicated on a thin body is a good body, while a fat body it's an unhealthy body. And that's wrong. Generally, our society's opinion is that being fat means being unhealthy, but we forgot that we are already promoting an unhealthy lifestyle, the one of the underweight models. And that's how discrimination is born, based on the person's looks. Thus, sizeism shouldn't be ignored, as is a form of discrimination based on a person's size. To demonstrate my point, we may look at the employers who refuse to accept fat people as their employees. Such a decision is based on stereotypes. Fat people are lazy, they eat too much, they don't exercise enough, and they often contract diseases that can be harmful for them or for other employees. On the other hand, the attempt to achieve an ideal body can have a negative part and can physically and mentally destroy you. Sadly, this hunt for the perfect image starts at a very young age. On a study on almost 500 schoolgirls, 81% of the 10 years old reported that they had dieted at least once. From an early age, they set their mind that if you are not skinny, you are ugly. We all know that this is the highway to eating disorders. According to the Rare Food Center Foundation for Eating Disorder, up to 24 million of people only in the US suffer from an eating disorder. Having too many people with this condition, some countries adopted laws against too thin models and against adverts that promise the ideal body in a very short time. So France joins Italy, Spain, and Israel, which ban fashion houses and modeling agencies who hire underweight models. We should think about this as a good solution, especially for the little girl in their attempt to become models. We should make them understand that they don't have to make efforts to become skin and bones to fulfill their dream. Maintaining a normal body weight for the age and height is recommended. But not all of us have weight problems, but we feel like our nose or lips don't have the ideal shape, our ears are too big, or we begin noticing some wrinkles around our eyes. In these cases, a plastic surgery is the solution. 20 years ago, people thought that this was only for rich and famous. Nowadays, you don't have to be extremely wealthy in order to allow yourself to turn to such a medical intervention if you want to change something in the way you look. Moreover, plastic surgery can change not only a person's appearance, but also how she or he feels. But there are people who definitely need a plastic surgery, like those who go through accidents which destroy their face or another body part, or the people who lose weight in a very short time. In my opinion, plastic surgery is a self-esteem booster, and a little boost shouldn't be a problem. But there's a negative part too, and I'm not just saying that. We all see bad plastic surgeries, and we should think twice before throwing ourselves in the hand of the esthetician. We all know Michael Jackson and how he looks, and if a bad thing happened to him, it could happen to anybody else. Many people in this world are not happy with the way they look, their shape, their body, their looks or style. Dealing with this feeling of hatred, dislike, or uncertainty can weigh heavily upon us. Learn to accept yourself for who you are, and soon you feel incredibly relieved. And also learn to accept that people are not all the same. Diversity is better. And also learn to not judge people by their looks. Tell yourself every day that you are beautiful and unique, and soon this person you dislike so much will turn into a beautiful and remarkable one.